Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
One thing, Purvasha, কালকে তুই ফোন করেছিলি আমাকে just regarding this problem, no?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, হ্যাঁ।
At the end of this for 10 minutes I'll discuss, okay?
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে স্যার।
আমি যে আলোচনা করব এর মধ্যে, কারণ যে শর্মাদা যেটা solution it is given, that also the last part d value is doubtful. হ্যাঁ, otherwise it's okay. Other values are okay because but to limit it within the A1 2 3 4 whatever the A B C D. If it is more than that, the limiting value within the greater than this one and not exceeding this one, you have to keep the value within this. If it exceeds the upper value, then you have to assign this one, the upper value. Suppose it is a 60, if you can say in case of, but it is given 55, then you have to 55 minus something, whatever the reading is given, the data is given. It's okay. So that is the upper limit. But here is the upper limit is within the for the D case, upper limit is a 30. But within that is only in the 30.
30.
If you find out that it is a 20 actually. Upper limit is a 30. If it is a 31, 32, then we have to put it
20 বেরিয়েছে, upper limit 30. হ্যাঁ,
let me finish. If it is a upper limit is a more than 30, say 31, 32 PI, plasticity index, if it comes, then in such a case you have to put 30 minus something, PI, whatever the data is given. But the lower limit actually, the minus the lower limit. But actually it is here it is a upper it is a 20. For 65 minus 20, 45. That means you are getting 20. 20 means that it is a less than the upper limit. 30. Upper limit is a 30. In the case of D. So that is a 20. That means we have to 20 minus 10. Lower limit is a 10. The 20 minus 10 is a 10. But here actually 30 minus they have given the 30 minus 20. 30 minus 10. That means 20. 20 is a doubtful. It's not a simple. If you go for that one, then ultimately your group index will be let me finish. Your group index will be coming 11.5. And that means roundabout you can consider as a 12. But that 55 minus something, that is okay. In case of B, 55 minus something, that is fine. That is not 60 because upper limit it exceeds the 55. That is why we cannot go for the 60. We have to limit it 55. For which, for better understanding, you have to study not in one book, everything not in Khannan just it is clear totally. Not in Sharma book also it is not clear. You have to go through the other references for the soil mechanics, but to limit it. And finally, you have to go with the USBR. If you go through all the numericals already given, here is a 30, clearly in Sharma reference, written by Sharma, there is 30. It is not, seems to be not correct. And this Khanna just also, just simply, but actually, apart from this one, then another point is coming, I'm telling you very frankly. That is also actual to find out the group. You have to, another point is this, the plastic limit should not exceed 30. If it exceeds 30, plastic limit, I'm telling you, not plasticity index, plastic limit. That also you have to consider, and that will be getting, actual figure will be getting, which group the soil is there, will be getting from the chart. In the footnote of the chart, you can see there is another footnote. চার্টটা যদি দেখিস তুই যে চার্টটা, সেই চার্টের থেকে অ্যাকচুয়ালি বের করতে হয়, চার্টের নিচে দিকে একটা ফুটনোট দেওয়া আছে, there is a given one footnote. But apparently it should be it can come 10, 20 minus 10, that means 10 D value. Then if you put all these values, then ultimately you will be getting, that means your A will be the 25, B will be 55, not 60 minus 15, it's a 55 minus 15, that is a 40. C is the 60 minus 40, 20, and D is the 20 minus 10, 10. And you can find out the group index by putting in formula 11.5, and you'll be coming approximately, you can round figure, you can just 12. And according to 12 from the chart, you can find out the thickness of the base course, sub base, and the surfacing. According to 12, not according to 16. এটা বুঝতে পারছি, ইজ ক্লিয়ার?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, আমি তো এটাই করেছি।
কত এসে তোর?
12,
না
11.5।
হ্যাঁ 11.5 রাউন্ড অ্যাবাউট 12, ইটস ওকে ফাইন।
হ্যাঁ আমার
ইউ হ্যাভ টু
এটাই
লিমিট
এসেছে।
ইট, এটা কিন্তু খেয়াল রাখ,
হ্যাঁ।
ইউ হ্যাভ টু লিমিট ইট। কালকে ইংরেজিতে বলছি যে 60 মাইনাস সামথিং, নট লাইক দ্যাট, দ্যাট ইজ আপার লিমিট ইজ 55, দ্যাট মিন্স ইউ হ্যাভ টু
না
কনসিডার দ্য 55।
ওটা আমি বুঝিনি, তারপরে পড়লাম, পরে
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
দেখলাম না
হ্যাঁ
ওটা
হ্যাঁ
55 মাইনাস 15 হবে।
তো স্টুডেন্ট সেটাকে কমিউনিকেট করে দিই, যা সাবমিট করছে তার জন্য নিড নট বি ওরিড, ইটস এ submission is the main point that you have tried. But the question is this, that this is the procedure, and to actually to find out the actual, sometimes it's a A57 or the A67 like that, it is given. The A5 group আসছে না, A6 group में आ रहा है, that is to be seen from the footnote of the chart. That is there is a plasticity, plastic limit is will come further come into the picture. বুঝতে পারলি তো? চার্টে যদি দেখি, চার্ট থেকে দ্য প্রসেস অফ এলিমিনেশন, অ্যাকচুয়াল গ্রুপ ভ্যালু কোন গ্রুপে আসছে বা কোন কোন গ্রুপ ইন্ডেক্স, সেখান থেকে বের করতে হবে ওটাকে। তো এখানে অ্যাপারেন্টলি ইটস ওকে ইফ ইউ ক্যান 10 কনসিডার, নট 30 minus 10 20, it is a 20 minus 10 is a 10 d value, only d value is the not correct over here in Sharma's reference. Last time we discussed, and এটা সবাইকে just communicate this one. Submission is no submission is a submission, whether you have tried or not, that is the idea. It is that we'll consider the only submission, it is submitted for uploading the marks, and not the students not submitted any assignment. That means they have not tried, neither they are in touch with the classes, not touch with the fellow students. So that is the point. You have submitted, you have tried, you have submitted. এটা করে আমাকে সবাইকে জানিয়ে দেবে, অথবা আমাকে করে আবার then I am to do it, and then I am to further post it the correct result. Up to this portion, last time I discussed, in low dams, the safety against sliding should be checked only for friction. The safety against sliding should be checked only for the friction. This is friction. But in high dams, for economical design, the shear strength of the joint, what I was telling yesterday also, the dam is constructed step by step. Now, when the joint, horizontal joint, normally it is avoided, and as well as the foundation also it should be dented. Friction, but in high dams, for economical design, the shear strength of the joint, which is an additional shear resistance, must also be considered. If this shear resistance of the joint is also considered, then the equation for factor of safety against sliding, which is measured by shear friction factor, it's a number will become the shear friction factor. In earlier case, just we are considering this one is a bottom, this one at the base. Now, if you consider this shear for the joint also, for the dam, প্রত্যেকটা জ্যামে যদি আমরা if you consider the every in steps in stages it is constructed, but if you go for the block, conquering a block হয়, like you have to plan it like that, that if you just leave some blocks, then what will be a key formation, it will not be a horizontal joint. Then if you consider this shear joint also, then under that situation, what will happen for the economical design, then there will be shear friction factor. A shear friction factor. Let's consider then the equation for factor of safety against sliding, which is measured by shear friction factor, becomes SFF, mu summation of B plus B into Q divided by root over summation of H, all horizontal forces, is a summation of B, all vertical forces, where B is the width of the dam at the joint. Here is a now earlier case, only the bottom case, if you go for the sliding, whatever we discussed just before that, then at the base, that means the base width is considered B. But here is it will differ according to the joint at where the joint is placed, that portion ka width we are considering B. The B width of the dam at that joint. G is the average shear, Q is the average shear strength of the joint, which varies from about 1400 kilonewton per meter square, that means 14 kg per square centimeter for poor rocks, to about 4000 kilonewton per meter square, the 40 kg per centimeter square, it's a meter square, will be meter square. 40 kg per centimeter square for good rocks. The value of mu is generally varies from 0.65 to 0.75. If the value of mu is given in the numerical, then it's okay. If it is not given, then you can any value you can just consider 0.65 to 0.75. Attempts are always made to increase this shear strength Q at the base and at other joints. But other joints, if you consider, because of the reason being the other joints for the economical design, if you go for the resistance, shear resistance to the other joints, then what will happen? Then the shearing resistance will be more. One is shear strength, shear stress, another shear strength. That means when the load is coming horizontal in the shear, the shearing tendency is there, then there will be shear strength. We have to increase the shear strength. That is the shearing resistance. Attempts are always made to increase this shear strength Q at the base also by dentating. I'll show you, and other joints. For this purpose, the foundation is stepped at the base, and the measures are taken to ensure a better bond between the dam base and the rock foundation. During construction of a dam, horizontal joints to be left. During construction of a dam, horizontal joints, what I was telling, horizontal joints to be left. Better bonding to be ensured between two surfaces for this type of joints. Better bonding. That means what it is given, you have to go like that. A block chhod dega isko, then further construction, then further another block for the better bonding. Otherwise, it's all weak point. If it's a horizontal joint, it's weak point. The better bonding to be ensured. And the what I was telling is stepping, dented a rock foundation. Rock को इस तरीके से इसका ऊपर में कंक्रीट डाल दे. That means that definitely whenever the horizontal thrust will be coming, any dam का ऊपर में जो horizontal thrust, and then what will happen? Because of this dented or the step to step portion, it will give a resistance. All this resistance, so rough surface. Principal and shear stresses. How to find out principal and shear stresses? इसको देखो. We have to consider a small amount, small these things I'm telling you. This one will in a bigger way, just next step, just I'll discuss. And this is the P, it's a horizontal, perpendicular to this face. And then perpendicular to the base, PV, vertical. And then P dash, is a tailwater, there are P dash. And the P. So this is the small element. This one is the small element. In a bigger way, just I'll show you. This is all perpendicular to the surface is giving the pressure. It's a pressure diagram, triangular pressure diagram. The vertical strain intensity, P maximum or P minimum, determined from the equation 13. 13 already I discussed, is not the maximum direct stress. The vertical stress intensity, P maximum or P minimum, determined from the equation 13, is not the maximum direct stress. The equation 13 already it is shared. This may be what I discussed. It's not the direct stress produced anywhere in the dam. The maximum normal stress will, in fact, be the major principal stress. The maximum normal stress is a normal, all the normal is acting perpendicular to the surface. The maximum normal stress will, in fact, be the major principal stress that will be generated on the major principal plane. When the reservoir is full, the vertical stress given by equation 13 is a vertical stress, and represented is maximum at the toe, at the resultant is a small element. It's a small element, it's just to consider the small element. This small element already resultant is nearer to the toe. Resultant is maximum at the toe. When the reservoir is full, the vertical stress given by equation 13 and represented in the figure is maximum at the toe. This is the toe, and this is the bigger form of this one small element. इसको हमने just इसको दिखा दिया, देखो इसको. This force is acting. इसके ऊपर में इतना force आ रहा है इसको. Just one कैसे? What is the second principal plane? In the first principal plane. This is the first principal plane. And this is the second principal plane, and this is the shear stress at the bottom. It is acting shear stress. इसको just shape को देखो. This is a bigger form of this one. This is a right angle triangle. This is a 90 degree. Enlarge view of the small element ABC. A, B, C. The small element. Enlarge view. To analyze. To study the principal stress that will develop near the toe. The principal stress that will develop near the toe. Let us consider a small element ABC. Whatever. Near the toe of the dam. The element is so small that the stress intensity may be assumed to be uniform on this basis. Stress intensity. The element is so small. This element is so small. This element ABC. ABC is so small that the stress intensity may be assumed to be uniform on its faces. There are three faces. One is, you have seen, there are three faces. EX faces, one is another face, then is another face. Let the downstream face. This is the downstream face for the tailwater. This is downstream face. And this is the length we are considering DS. And this is the DB. And there is the DR. This is the DR. This is the DS. And this is the DB. Vertical, जो भी दे रहा है upward direction is the PV. Vertical. PV is this is the uplift pressure. PV into dV. dV is the total. PV into dV. A P dash into D, P dash into ds. ds is the total length, and this is the sigma into dr. It's the sigma. Normal stress. Let the downstream face of the dam be inclined at an angle of alpha. At an angle of alpha. This is alpha with the vertical. The downstream face makes an angle with the vertical, not with the horizontal. With the vertical, there is alpha. And this is also alpha. This is alpha, this is alpha. Here is alpha with the horizontal face. In between this one and this one, there is alpha, and this is the alpha. Let the downstream face of the dam be inclined at an angle alpha to the vertical. It's a vertical. It's to the vertical. This face of the dam will act as a principal plane. This face of the dam will act as a principal plane because the water pressure P dash acts at right angle to the face. What I was telling. So always water, any water, water always acts at the right angle to the face. Even the in a container, if you give a pressure, suppose a closed container, in inside there is a water, and if you give a pressure, all side wall में जो भी देगा, side wall बोलो, bottom में बोलो, जहाँ देगा, all in all directions, it will be right angle. It's right angle to the face, and also there is no shear stress acting on this spot plane. No shear stress. And this P dash is acting because of the tailwater, I am telling you. The P dash. ये तो 90 डिग्री में एक्ट कर रहा है सारे. ये सारे 90 डिग्री में एक्ट कर रहा है. Here also देखो इतना, this is alpha. This inclination with the vertical. Is a tailwater. P dash. And it is the upstream water pressure, P. And PV is the uplift pressure. And then the AB is will be the second principal plane. This is on the first one, the downstream measure. Incline at an angle of alpha to the vertical. This face of the dam will act as a principal plane because the water pressure P dash acts at right angle to the face. And also there is no shear stress acting on this plane. Since the principal planes are at right angles to each other. Principal, both are right angles to each other. This is also principal plane. This is second principal plane. Second principal plane is the first principal plane. This is the first principal plane. This is the second principal plane. It's right angle to each other, 90 degree. The right angle to the face AB will be second principal plane. Let the stress acting on this plane be sigma. This is a sigma acting on this plane. Let ds, dr, and db the length of the AB, BC, and CA. Just now we discussed length. So they are length. ds, dr, and db. Upstream phase is the dr, downstream phase is the db, and ds is the ds, and the db is the upward direction. Let's go. db is the upward. This one, uplift pressure. P dash is the intensity of water pressure on the face AB, downstream phase, and PB is the intensity of the vertical pressure on the face AC, on the bottom. PV, uplift pressure, and sigma is the intensity of normal stress, principal stress. It's a principal stress on the face BC, the upstream phase. Considering unit length of the dam, the forces acting on the faces AB, BC, and CA are P dash into ds, then the sigma into dr, and the PV into dv. Already just discussed in the shown also in the diagram. Resolving all the forces in the vertical direction. You have to resolve all the forces in vertical direction. We get P dash into ds. If you resolve it, then we'll be getting, it's a right angle triangle. If you resolve it, all the faces in the vertical direction, then P dash into ds into sin alpha plus P dash into dr into cos alpha is equal to PV into dv. दोनों मिला के दोनों फेस में जो है that is the PV into dv. If you resolve it, now इसको go for the step by step. Then you are to the ds by dv from the face. If you right angle triangle, if you consider ds by dv sin alpha, and ds is equal to dv into sin alpha naturally, and dr by dv cos alpha. It's just a diagram, sir. Right angle triangle. It's very easy. This is the hypotenuse. दोनों प्लेन जब राइट एंगल में मीट करेगा, then if you just close it, if you ज्यादा triangle formation, then automatically it will be right angle triangle. And you have to resolve these faces. You have to resolve in the vertical direction. Then automatically sin alpha cos alpha will be more clear to you. And this is ds is equal to dv into sin alpha. dr by dv is equal to cos alpha, or dr is equal to dv cos alpha. Therefore you have to put it like that. You have to replace it in this equation. इसको जो है तो just replace करो इसको. Ultimately, you'll be getting step by step equation number 15. Sigma is equal to PV minus P dash into sin square alpha divided by cos square alpha. Thereby, sigma is equal to, what is the sigma? Or sigma is equal to PV into sin square alpha, sec square alpha minus P dash into tan square alpha. Now the question is this will not come when the no tailwater is there. It will be only PV into sec square, PV into sec square alpha. For sigma to be maximum, sigma कब maximum होगा? क्योंकि what I told you in the previous classes also, the tailwater is a resisting force. It will be given the, whenever the lateral thrust is there in the dam, whenever the lateral thrust is there from the upstream water pressure, then the tailwater is there, it gives opposite direction. It gives some stability. That means total horizontal thrust minus this one, that will be the net horizontal thrust. Whatever may be the tailwater level, but sometimes tailwater level will not be there. But इसको देता है इसलिए, that is also another part. Sometimes you have to construct a small dam over here, small barrier, so that up to small height, so that water pool should be there. Otherwise, you just conceive whenever the water is there, it will not be written over here. You cannot create any pool. Tailwater level का नहीं होगा, because of the tailwater level flow करके चला जाएगा water in the downstream through spillway. But actually to give a tailwater, you have to construct a small dam further. एक फिर भी स्मॉल डैम तुमको बनाना है इधर, छोटा सा डैम, so that tailwater level can be maintained. Water pool बोलता है इसको, water pool. So that whenever the इसका reason है, whenever the spillway water will be coming, whenever the spillway water, whenever the through gate, when the spillway water will be coming, then what will happen? Yes, spillway water When the water spill karega isse, then what will happen? Then the erosion will be downstream will be there. Kabhi spillway ka jo water hota na, spillway is different part. That also it should come. Littleness mein to isme hona chahiye spillway ka different type of spillway. Spillway ka jo water when there high with a high velocity, the water jab bhi spill karega isse, spillway gate se, then what will happen? Then देखेगा तुमने काफी जो वाटर आएगा इसको इरोशन हो रहा है डाउनस्ट्रीम में, काफी इरोशन हो रहा है. To avoid this erosion, we have to create a water pool, so that water is a shock absorbing cushion. If you create a water pool, then whenever the high velocity any water will be coming, there will be water pool, and then there is a shock absorbing cushion. Water cushioning देता है हमने. Suppose I am telling you in the practical field, if you just ऊपर से तुम पानी डालो उसमें, देखोगे नीचे आस्ते इसको इरोशन हो गया कंक्रीट को. But if you create a water pool over here, and then if you just release the water from the top, इसमें इसको बढ़ाएगा, directly bottom में नहीं आएगा. So that is why, to avoid the riverbed erosion, we have to create a pool. That is the tailwater level normally. This equation is a very important equation. When the numerical will be coming, what is the value of the sigma normal stress? This is the PB into sec square alpha minus P dash into tan square alpha. P dash minus P dash tan square alpha, it has come because of the tailwater. If the no tailwater is there, sometimes no tailwater is there. You have to analyze it like that. Sometimes problem is there, no tailwater. It will be mentioned in the numerical. Then under the situation, the equation will be reduced. That means we need not consider this one. If sigma to be maximum, that means under that situation, sigma will be maximum. Because no, from the tailwater, there is no opposite direction में कोई water का कोई pressure नहीं आ रहा है इसमें. This is the positive and this is the negative. Would be 0. P dash should be 0. That is, when there is no tailwater, then such a case, sigma is equal to PB into sec square alpha. The P dash will be 0, no tailwater. That means total is 0. Then only this portion will be remaining. Since sec square alpha is always more than 1, this sec square alpha is always more than 1. It follows that sigma will be more than PV. Sigma, this horizontal thrust from the upstream always will be more than the upstream. जो भी upstream, upward direction में जो भी upward pressure दे रहा है. That be more than that one. Sigma always be more than this one. This value of normal stress, which is maximum produced anywhere in the body of the dam, must be calculated and should not be allowed to exceed the minimum allowable compressive stress of the dam material. This stress, this normal stress, should not exceed, under no circumstances should not exceed the minimum allowable compressive stress of the dam material. क्योंकि जो भी stress आ रहा है, total dam का ऊपर में इसका act करेगा, which is maximum produced anywhere in the dam body. If the hydrodynamic pressure PE, already discussed for in case of seismic effect, PE exerted by the tailwater during an earthquake, when the tailwater act करेगा, tailwater का reaction होगा by the tailwater during an earthquake, moving towards the reservoir, naturally moving towards the reservoir, is also considered. Then the net pressure on the face AB will be P dash minus PE. What I was telling. Net pressure AB on AB will be P dash minus PE. AB couple में. P dash minus PE. P dash will be over here and towards the reservoir is acting in such a case when the seismicity is there. But under normal condition, what will happen? What I discussed, don't be confused. Whenever the water hydrostatic pressure on the upstream to the dam body, then what will happen? Total dam body में इसको आ रहा है, and the tailwater pressure is the opposite direction. That is the net pressure is the hydrostatic pressure, this minus this one. But whenever in case of seismicity, in case of seismic effect, what will happen when this tailwater on the seismic acceleration is there, horizontal acceleration towards the reservoir. This is the reservoir. But in case of tailwater, I am telling you, tailwater reservoir, whatever small reservoir, whatever it may be, tailwater reservoir towards the reservoir, not towards the dam, not away from towards the reservoir. Then automatically This is acting this direction, and this seismic effect, it is acting, P is acting in case of tailwater reservoir, it is acting toward opposite direction. That means net will be P dash minus P in case of tailwater. If the hydrodynamic pressure P exerted by the tailwater during an earthquake moving towards the reservoir is also considered, then the net pressure on the face AB will be P dash minus P, because the effect of this earthquake will be to reduce the tailwater pressure. Natural tailwater pressure जो भी आ रहा है towards the dam, इसको effective pressure for the due to tailwater will be reduced, because the earthquake effect will be on the opposite direction towards the reservoir. Now that means downstream reservoir. Downstream reservoir means small height of the tailwater, whatever it may be. That also to be considered. The principal stress sigma is then given by the principal stress sigma at toe. PB into sec square alpha minus P dash minus P into 10 square alpha. Under that situation, whenever this one will act, पहले क्या था P dash 10 square alpha बोला था. The PV into sec square alpha minus P dash into 10 square alpha. जो इक्वेशन में था, इसको देखो 10 square alpha minus P dash. But whenever the seismic effect is there and it is moving towards the reservoir, then under that situation the net pressure will be reduced, P dash minus P instead of P dash minus P. And everything what to consider, whenever the seismic effect is there or not, and the seismicity is a seismic zone, then you have to, and seismic effect to be considered. Under the situation, this portion will come. The principal stress sigma is then given by this one. That means the effect of this one P dash will be reduced by this, because it is acting, P dash is acting towards the dam, and P is acting towards the reservoir. The equation for sigma derived above for the element of the dam is also applicable to the element at the hill also. The same thing. The equation at the hill is therefore given as a equation at the hill. Under that situation, everything will be remaining same. Sigma in the hill portion. The toe is this one and hill is this left side. That's a sigma 1. Under the situation, sigma at hill is equal to PB into sec square alpha theta, PB into sec square theta minus P in such a case will be additive. P plus P. P dash is the for the downstream, for the tailwater effect, and the P is the for upstream. P plus P 10 square alpha theta or 10 square. Sometimes it's theta or phi. It's given the phi, the same thing, or you can go for the theta also. This one for the hill. Here will be subtractive P effect, here will be additive P effect. There's another equation 18, at hill. But at the hill, the pressure of water P is always more than sigma. Pressure at the hill is always more than sigma, and hence P will be minor principal stress at the hill. But at the hill, the pressure of water P, upstream में क्या देखा? P देखा है pressure P, and downstream में P dash. And then upstream from the bottom, uplift pressure is a PV. But at the hill, the pressure of water P is always more than the sigma, and hence P will be minor principal stress at the hill. Shear stress on the horizontal plane near the toe, shear stress near the toe. The shear stress, all these things you have to find it out whenever the numerical is there, and sometimes partially they mention what are the things to be the major principal stress, minor principal stress, you have to just all these things to be calculated. And if you have to consider is a sliding SFF, you have to find out the SFF also. Then according to question given, according to the data given, then you have to find it out, and you have to use all this formula, how to use it. Then we'll go for the numerical बाद में करेगा इसको. Yeah, stress test tau will act on the face CA, on which the vertical stress acting. CA last में है CA, bottom है CA is the bottom portion, bottom face. A shear stress tau will act on the face CA, on which the vertical stress is acting, resolving all the forces in the horizontal direction. We have to resolve the forces in the horizontal direction. We get sigma into dr into sin alpha minus p dash into ds into cos alpha is equal to tau 0 into dB. Then you have to just go for that one, tau 0 into dB. Resolve करने से cos alpha sin alpha मिल जाएगा इसको तुमको. And this is the ultimately substituting the value of sigma from the equation 15. Equation 15 में चला जाओ, then you have to substitute value of sigma का. Then you have to value of sigma to be substituted. We get tau 0 is equal to this one, this equation. Ultimately tau, this is the block करके दिखा दिया मैं. Tau is equal to PV minus P dash tan alpha. Ultimately this will be coming. Derivation normally नहीं आता है, but you have to understand. Normally नहीं आता derivation. आज तक तो मैं नहीं देखा है, but numerical तो definitely. That is why for better understanding, you can go how to resolve it. It is already drawing is there. That is not tough. It's a simple right angle triangle. Sometimes it is going for the vertical direction. You have to resolve all the forces. And in case of PV, you have to go for the resolving the horizontal direction. Horizontal plane. Resolving all the forces in the horizontal direction. और पहले जो किया था उसको vertical direction में. You have to resolve all the forces. And ultimately, tau is equal to PV minus P dash tan alpha. Neglecting the tailwater, the shear stress is given by PV into tan alpha onto PV into tan alpha. This portion will not come. P is PV into P dash. Only PV into tan alpha. Neglecting the tailwater. If there no tailwater is there, P dash will not be coming into the picture. Then PV into only PV into tan alpha will be 0. Will be 0. This 19A. If the effect of hydrodynamic pressure because of the seismic effect produced by the earthquake moving towards the reservoir, this is the dam, and this is towards the reservoir. And from the reservoir, this one in this direction, towards the dam. It's towards the reservoir. If the effect of hydrodynamic pressure produced by an earthquake moving towards the reservoir is also considered, the equation for shear stress on a horizontal plane near the toe, it becomes this one. If you consider the hydrodynamic pressure, in this equation, there is no consideration of hydrodynamic pressure, P. But if you consider the hydrodynamic pressure acting towards the reservoir, horizontal acceleration, under that situation, tau 0 is equal to PV minus, इसको देखो, PV minus करके, then P minus P dash E, P dash E. P को इधर P dash E किया है, P dash E, no tan alpha. Same thing, so just इसको PV तो already is there, then minus this portion P dash को, this portion is P dash minus P dash E. This portion को already separate कर दिया इसको. Similarly, the shear stress at the hill, tau 0 at hill, PV minus P. इसमें तो minus in previous cases also the earthquake effect is the minus. Here also in the hill earthquake effect is the additive at tan phi. This is the alpha and phi, tan phi. Minus negative sign shows the direction is reversed. Example. I don't know whether you are having any reference or not. Do you have any book? तुम्हारे से book है? Anybody is having
sir.
escape God?
No, sir.
Then in under that situation, next class, just I will discuss. One thing, keep it in mind. SK God में whenever the any numerical is given, SK God में जो numerical दिया हुआ है, the procedure step by step procedure is correct, but there is a arithmetical mistakes. Whatever the numerical given in the example, very good numerical, सारे इसको दिया हुआ है with reservoir full, with an empty reservoir in case of empty reservoir, and number 1 and number 2 with seismic effect, without seismic effect, with tailwater, without tailwater, सारे example उसको दिया हुआ है, very good. But all the steps are correct. The formula used, that is also correct. Or the जो भी expression उन्होंने use किया है. But the only thing is the numerical, the arithmetical mistakes are there. And while another mistake is there, the calculation of the loading. Because the dam का तुमको load first तो तुमको load calculate करना and the moment. Horizontal, vertical, and the moment. Because of the horizontal, what is the moment is coming, and because of the vertical, also that what is the moment is coming. And इसको जो segment है, इसका say this is one. If this is a triangle, say triangular shape. Triangular shape किसको है तो not triangular. This portion is a triangular. ऊपर में देखो this is the tapered. इसको भी दिया हुआ है इसको. RL. RL से इसको you have to find out the actual what is the height, difference of height. Say 289 and the 280, the 9 meter. This one is the 9 meter. This portion. So that it is very easily, it is a 6 meter. It's a right angle triangle. Just you can calculate what is the height. It's a height already given. And what is the slope? And the maximum reservoir level. The maximum water level. Maximum reservoir level 285. 205. Then what is the height of the reservoir? 285 plus 205. That means 80 meter. 80 meter is the height of the reservoir. It's 56 meter. Tailwater is the 211. So इससे तुमको then 8 meter. This is one is the 8 meter. Drainage gallery. Central line of the drainage gallery is also given. Now, if you go for the step by step, first of all, I'll advise you to go for the step by step procedure. Try to understand. Then I will discuss. Definitely. There are not only in SK God छोड़ के भी काफी किताब है और 2-3 किताब है. But that also partially also it is there that I will also discuss. How to calculate the uplift, that also I will discuss. माने through the numerical example. But इसका solution दिया हुआ है इसमें, देख लेना इसको. But you go through it first. What I was telling, that the step by step procedure is correct. And then the formula or जो भी है expression उन्होंने equation number, different equations they were used, that also correct. There is no doubt. But the only thing is the numerical calculation and the load calculation. First chart में tabular form में load को calculate करना है. And then load, and then according to load, what is the horizontal total load and the vertical load, net vertical load, then the moment due to horizontal load, horizontal pressure, and then the moment due to vertical pressure. ये सारे तुमको कैलकुलेट करना है पहले टेबुलर फॉर्म में. Once if you can calculate this one according to shape of the dam. डैम का शेप में क्या ट्रायंगल आएगा और इसको, and this is the resultant. I'm telling you. Resultant से तुमको निकालना है CG. From the about toe resultant तुमको निकालना है. That is called the example. You can see the lever arm. Lever arm is the horizontal distance and the vertical distance. Lever arm. For the in case of vertical forces, about the toe, from the toe, what is the distance? Vertical perpendicular distance. And in case of horizontal force, what will be the vertical distance? This is water pressure. It is acting 1/3 from the top, bottom. That means 1/3, and you know the what is the height of the reservoir. The 1/3 from the bottom, कितना होता है, you know it. It is acting towards the base. About the base, you have to take the moment for the horizontal force, and for the vertical force, you have to take the moment about the toe, the perpendicular distance. And perpendicular distance from the क्या resultant CG से लेना है इसको. जैसे suppose this is a one portion is there. This one portion is there. This is 50%. क्या था 6 meter. That means 3 meter. 3 meter plus this distance. This distance. जितना distance होगा up to this one, not central line. I'm just asking. This is the line, not this one. just from this. Or you can go for the triangle straight away. This is a triangle. Or if you go for this one, this is a triangle, a rectangle. इधर से पूरा rectangle ले लो. This is a rectangle. Rectangle means rectangle 6 meter width. The 3 meter. Here is the 3 meter plus this distance above the toe. The perpendicular distance. And you can get the moment like that. तो इसको check करना है under loading. तुम देखेगा इसको. Any confusion is there? Definitely I'll discuss. There are other numericals also. I'll just share with you. And then तुमको नहीं सकेगा तो then I will just discuss how to solve it. It's a simple thing. Only thing is ये सारे जो formula है ना, इसके जो equations है, ये सारे equation to be keep it in mind while finding out the in the exam. Exam का तुमको आएगा जब भी तुमको different the physical mode में class आएगा. But small numerical also may be there. Carrying number 2 question. Carrying number 2 marks. Carrying number 2 marks. छोटा small. Then also you require some data दे देगा, बता देगा कि चलो you find out the maximum stress, normal stress कितना आ रहा है, major principal कितना, maximum principal stress, what is the factor of safety for the overturning. That all these things may come, but इसको थोड़ा सा practice करो. अब ठीक আছে रे?
हाँ सर.
এটা দেখে নিস বইয়ের মধ্যে না এসকে কর্ড যেটা আছে, এসকে কর্ডের মধ্যে যদি না পারে এসকে কর্ড, you need not come to the college. I can share with you different pages. But actually numerical actually loading যখন ক্যালকুলেট করেছে কিছু ভুল আছে ওর মধ্যে টেবুলার ফর্মে, আর হচ্ছে যখন ক্যালকুলেট করেছে তখন কিছু ভুল আছে। তো সুতরাং সেটাকে তোদেরকে বের মানে জাস্ট নিজের প্র্যাকটিস না করলে কিন্তু ভুলটা ধরতে পারবি না। ইউ ক্যানট तुम लोग कभी भी उसको जो गलत क्या है न्यूमेरिकल में क्या व्हाट आर द अरिथमेटिकल मिस्टेक्स दैट कैनॉट बी फाउंड आउट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू गो थ्रू द प्रैक्टिस. इसको प्रैक्टिस करना है. डैमेर एक्चुअली बेশি प्रैक्टिस করতে হয়. ড্যামে প্রচুর নিউমেরিক্যাল আছে. ড্যামের উপরে কোশ্চেনও হয়, ড্যামের উপরে নিউমেরিক্যাল তো একটা না একটা থাকবেই, মাস্ট. এন্ড ক্যারিং অলমোস্ট 15 মার্কস ইন দ্য ফিজিক্যাল মোড. 15 মার্ক ক্যারি করে এটা একটা কোশ্চেন নরমালি. আর ড্যামের উপরে ছোট ছোট কোশ্চেনগুলো আসে, 5 মার্ক 7 মার্ক কোশ্চেন আসে অনেক সময় ছোট ছোট. দেয়ার আর স্মল কোশ্চেন অলসো ইট কামস on the basis of the on the dam itself. Okay, thank you students for today. And regarding this one, the pavement design, whatever I that given, you just go through it. Soil mechanics देखलो तो देखते पारबे. Soil mechanics बोलते ASTO, the public road management PRA system or group index or ASHTO, everything. Actually total টাই নাও আছে USBR থেকে, United States Bureau of Reclamation. আমার কাছে আছে বই. That is a total টাই United States এর ওটা. a small dam ওর মধ্যে আছে এটা. Any soil related everything is there. Thank you students.
Thank you sir.
Thank you sir.